Just recorded an 8-minute video and realized that the whole entire time it wasn't recording. Anyway, let's start over. I hate card shows. I'll never go to a card show. You can't pay me to go to a card show. I'll never go back to them. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. It was all hyperbole. While I don't hate card shows, I don't go to them anymore and I don't vend at them. I never have, and honestly, I probably ever won't. If this is your first time, again, I just recorded that entire video and realized I didn't hit the record button. If this is your first time here, my name is Dalton. I have a Pokemon business, six figure, DT's Kool Kards, where we are actively growing into a seven-figure business. This is what I do full time. So when I first got back into Pokemon, I attended all the card shows. There's one card show mainly out here in North Dallas. In fact, I think it's either called the Dallas Card Show or the North Dallas Card Show. It happens like 4 times a year. It might happen a few more times now, but I used to really enjoy going to it. The first time I went, me, my brother, one of my friends went, and dude, it was awesome. Like every vendor you would go to, they'd have baseball tickets from a World Series or a car or a Troy Aikman signed something, and then all the Pokemon. I mean, it was really, really cool. You could find deals. Deals were there to be made. People wanted to move cards. They wanted to do deals. And then there were 10 contenders. You could take cards from the card show and you could get them graded. But ultimately, the landscape has really changed when it comes to going to a show, and then also if you're a vendor. And before I really get into this video, I don't knock the hustle. If you're a vendor and you're a nice guy, hey man, more power to you. Keep hustling. If you like going to card shows, go to card shows. I don't believe in gatekeeping. I don't believe in anything like that. You should enjoy this hobby how you want to enjoy it. My right arm is sore because I've been holding my daughter all day. She's teething, so she has been just crying all day today. So my right arm is sore. But let's talk about first as a customer why I don't attend. First and foremost, I don't collect. Yes, I do have the 151 Lego set back there, but I'm just not really collecting right now. I don't think I'm going to collect for a long time. This is first and foremost a business for me. I love meeting people. I love talking to people. I love making content, all that kind of stuff. But it is a business, and I'm just not at a point where I can collect. Maybe when there's a dip or a bear market, whatever you want to call it, maybe then, but definitely not now. And then I definitely think that there is a customer service component that is missing out of all this. I think sometimes vendors forget that they are not in the card business, they're in the customer service business. Now, I get it. Customers can be a little annoying. And I say that as I'm a customer. I'm saying that as I'm a customer. I'm saying that as someone that was in the customer service business directly for 30 plus years or however heck long it was. But you go to card stores sometimes and you'll see like a sign that says none of these cards will tend, please don't ask. And I get it. Like I'm that customer. When I used to go, I would like hold a card up to my eye and I'd look at it and I'd take all this kind of stuff. And I get it. That can be annoying. When I list on eBay, I get questions all the time. Hey, can you send me more pictures of the card? And I even put in my listings, this card will not tend. And I still get questions. And I get it. That's annoying, but like that's just part of it. That's what you signed up for when you took on a job, a side hustle, whatever you're doing, it's a customer service business. So, and I think with that is sometimes you get now, and I'm going to get to the vendor side here in a second, or the other side of this. But I don't really deal with rude people. I don't really deal with mean people. I don't really deal with bullies, and I don't like people that speak condescending to other people. There's so much crap that I don't know and I don't understand. And when I talk to you guys about trades here in a minute, you're going to be thinking like, this guy doesn't understand trades. It's just how my brain works. God made me different. There are things that I just don't understand. And I'm just not, I had a bad experience one time with a card show, and I don't think I've been back. And I'm not playing with people, being rude and all that kind of stuff when I'm trying to give you my money. I'm just not. And then also, the last thing is there's a lot of people there. And again, no offense to anyone. I don't like bumping into people. I don't like being bumped into. I don't like if I don't know you. Like, I mean, I'm a big, like, affectionate person. I'm all about hugs and all that kind of stuff. But, like, I just don't want to be in someone's personal space that I don't know. And I don't want them to be in my personal space. And then I think the part with that is number one, please take a shower. Please bathe. Please practice good hygiene habits. But the other thing is, and I don't look, whatever people want to do and whatever activities they do in their downtime, that's between them and Jesus. But I don't want to be around strong smells from every lifestyle and every extra curricular activity or whatever that you can do. I don't like bringing that home with me. I don't like being around it. It gets me very irritable very quickly. So let's switch over. I have a lot of people that ask me why I don't vend, and I really kind of want to talk to you guys about that now. Why I will probably never set up as a vendor. One, it's expensive. Now I'm lucky. Again, there's a lot that happened in DFW, but like if you're going, let's say even to Houston, I have. Well, okay, that's not a good point. I have family in Houston. If there was one in California, you'd have a plane ticket, you'd have a hotel. You're going to want to go out. You're going to meet people. You're going to want to go out and party and all that kind of stuff. All that costs money. For every, if your margin is 10%, for every dollar you spend, you have to do $10 in sales to make up for that $1, right? And that's a lot. I think the people that probably benefit the most from having a table is people that are people that have a card store. So let's say if and going to the expensive side, if I vended at a card show, I would all be about buying. I would be buying and buying and buying and buying and buying, because if you're buying and you're taking it back to your store, and hey, look, don't shoot the messenger, but typically, when they go back to the store, they're going to buy from you from 70 to 75%, and they're going to go back in their store and they're going to sell it for 105%, 110%, whatever. That's what they do. They have overhead, et cetera, et cetera. Again, I don't knock the hustle. But I think that's also an expense you'd have to think about, is you have to go in ready to spend a lot of money. Another thing that I kind of mentioned, I just don't rock with, I don't rock with rude vendors, and I don't rock with rude customers. It's just not something that I just, you know, I was in the restaurant business for almost 30 years, and you take a lot, you take a whole lot when your job revolves around asking people to do things and saying please and thank you. But you just kind of come to a point in your life where you just you have a hard time dealing with it, and I'm pretty sure I'm there right now. And then going back to what I mentioned at the jump, and again, this is going to sound silly. I don't understand trades. I don't understand trades. They don't make sense to me. I don't get it. So typically people buy, well, that's the other thing, is people buy at 1% and then they trade at another percent. And then like even on Facebook, so because that Facebook is kind of, obviously it's what I do the most of, like any kind of negotiating or whatever. People say don't use market value, but if you sell things for under market value, they're still going to want you to come down on your asking price, because yeah, I look, I don't get it, I don't understand it. And plus the other thing is, when it comes to trades, I feel like someone always ends up upset. We've already seen the thing that happened with Jason, whatever his name is, the Pokemon singer dude, and the heavy metal rocker guy or whatever. They both got in trouble and all that kind of stuff. And look, I don't know what I don't know. And if my brain doesn't comprehend something, and look, back when I used to work at Canes, I used to have like a translator. Anytime I had to talk to a crew member or have a difficult conversation, I had to have a translator. Not because they didn't speak English, but because my brain just does not work like a normal human's. And I would have to get like my assistant restaurant leader to explain to me what the crew member was trying to say, because sometimes it doesn't click with me. And trades are one of those things that I don't get. And even talking, you can tell by my voice, even talking about trades, I'm getting massively anxious, because sometimes I just feel like it's a lose-lose situation. And I would say, and last but not least, I would say, what inventory do I have that people will want to buy at a table, or would make my table lucrative? The only thing that I could utilize, that I definitely easily could utilize, would be bringing booster boxes, and using them as trade bait, right? So you take this booster box, because that's another way you can really hedge your margins. But I mean, again, hey man, I can't do it because I don't understand trades, and I don't like making people mad. That's like one of my, if anyone from Canes is watching this, they'll be like, oh yeah, right. But in my personal life, I hate making people mad. I can't stand it. I don't like when people are upset with me. It's just a personality flaw of mine. But and then when it comes, yeah, I do have a lot of singles. I mean, I got this Misty's Psyduck sitting right here, and all that kind of stuff. So I mean, I have some expensive cards, but there's no real inventory management system from in person to your TCG player account or whatever. So ultimately, those are I guess the 8 or 9, 10 reasons why I don't attend shows and I don't vend. I mean, I definitely want to get back into it. I think it's important to be a part of the community and be a part of the hobby. And honestly, probably what me saying all this is mostly insecurity, because I had one bad event, or one bad incident. So it's probably just insecurity on my part that's talking about this stuff. But it is overwhelming. I get it why people want to attend shows. I get it why people want to vend shows, and I get why people don't want to do all that. And for the people that do it the right way, I mean, hey, more power to you. There are some people on, I see it mainly on TikTok, that they're badass vendors. I mean, badass vendors. Not because they're great savvy businessmen, but because like they're super good with kids, they're super good with customers. Like the people, and look, I mean, I'm not going to get into should you give things away, should you not? I mean, whatever. I think when it comes to that stuff, you either die a hero or live long enough to become a villain, you know? But the people that do the right thing, they're the ones that get all the views on TikTok. They're the ones that get all the YouTube subscribers. They're the ones when you look at their when you watch their video, their vendor POV thingamabobbers, their line goes because people want to interact with nice people. So that's one thing I would just say as some card show etiquette is be cool. Treat others the way that you want to be treated. Check out my pro seller site, dtscoolcards.com, our pro seller site, whatever, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side.